Alright, we are going to be reacting to our final NBA mock draft today for the 2023 NBA draft. This reaction isn't going to come from an ESPN, a Bleacher Report, an Athletic, or anybody else. It's going to come from a video game, and that video game is NBA 2K23. So I'm not taking credit for this. I'm going to give a shout out to Goose Raskas. He says that you should do a 2K mock draft and end up reacting to it. So yeah, basically today we have the correct draft order in NBA 2K23. I turned trades off so we won't see any dumb 2K trades. But yeah, we are going to be reacting to 2K's 2023 mock draft and see what they have in store for us. I did download the highest downloaded 2023 draft class here on Xbox Next Gen. And yeah, we're going to take control of the Suns, a team that doesn't have a pick in the first round. And we are just going to watch every pick be selected and see if 2K is going to be accurate or if they're just going to make some terrible, outlandish picks. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. So, I'm really hoping that the Spurs take Wembanyama, because this would be the craziest thing ever if they just took, like, Scoot Henderson. I would actually laugh so hard if they ended up doing it. And with the number one pick, the San Antonio Spurs are going to select Victor Wembanyama. Okay, so we don't see 2K do anything too stupid. Let's see if they think that the Hornets would take Scoot Henderson. They also said, yeah, maybe drafting Wembanyama went into their idea of maybe re-signing Zach Collins. Yeah, because Zach Collins really matters about your decision to draft Wemby. The Hornets at 2, they take Brandon Miller. Okay, so a little bit of a surprise. Scoot is currently the betting favorite to go. And yeah, Brandon Miller is a Charlotte Hornet joining up with LaMelo Ball. Number 3, let's see if it's Scoot Henderson. The Trailblazers ended up with him, and they end up taking Scoot Henderson. Okay, so no surprises in the top 3, at least the 3 players that are the consensus top 3 guys in this class go 1, 2, and 3. You can say picks 2 and 3 were some surprises. Now, here's where the draft starts. Do the Rockets take a Cam Whitmore, or do they think they're not getting James Harden and they go with Amen Thompson, and that's what they end up doing? So, nothing too crazy from 2K so far. We actually have a good mock at the moment. 5 with Detroit. This could get interesting. Let's see who they have the Pistons selecting, and it's Dariq Whitehead. Yep, there it is. Somebody that's mocked from like 15 to 25 goes there at 5 to Detroit. Yeah, I would say that's a little bit of a reach. All right, the Magic have 2 lottery picks at number 6. Let's see who they end up selecting. And it's Ryan Rupert. Okay, somebody that also has a wide variance of his draft stock. He might go at the end of the lottery, in the beginning of the non-lottery, or he could go at the end of the first round. Well, he's going 6 here in 2K's mock. Okay, so 2K, can we get a little bit back on schedule here with guys that are supposed to go in the top 10? There we go. We got Jarius Walker going to the Indiana Pacers. Jarius Walker there is a Pacer. That could definitely happen on draft night. I don't know if he's going to fall to 7. It's going to be interesting to see. Nick Smith goes 8. Okay, so the Wizards take somebody with a high ceiling but a low floor. I love Nick Smith. You know what? Take him here at 8, sure. Asor Thompson's still on the board, and this is post-Bradley Beal, so I would have thought about that. The Jazz here at 9. They go with Gregory GG Jackson out of USC. Somebody that's probably going to go in the end of the first round, early of the second, is going here in the top 10. So, yeah, we've had some surprises here. And then let's see who the Mavericks have at 10. Cam Whitmore. So that is a steal for them. We still have Asor Thompson on the board. We still have Anthony Black, Taylor Hendricks on the board as well. So, out of the top 10, 3 surprising picks. Ryan Rupert, 6. Dariq Whitehead, 5. And then GG Jackson at 9. Even Nick Smith at 8 is a shocker, but not as big of a shocker as those other ones. The Magic have another first-round pick. They end up going with Darryl Holmes out of Dayton. Okay, 2K. What now are we smoking? Somebody that's I don't even know much about. So, yeah, we're going to chalk that one up to just there's nothing you can do about that one. That's just 2K for you. The Thunder went with Asor Thompson there at 12. Well, that's just an amazing steal there. Anthony Black could also fall into the laps of Toronto, but they take Cason Wallace instead, okay? Anthony Black fallen in this mock. And then you got Jalen Hood-Schifino wrapping out the lottery. So yeah, you have guys like Taylor Hendricks, Anthony Black, Kobe Buffkin, Grady Dick, Keontae George, all still on the board. Bilal is still there. Let's see who the Hawks take the first pick outside the lottery. And they take Maxwell Lewis, somebody that's probably going to go at the end of the first round. Maybe he could go as high as 15. So that one's not super shocking, I would say. Grady Dick falls to the Jazz at 16. So they end up with, in this draft so far, Gregory Jackson and Grady Dick. I mean, Grady Dick at 16 is probably somebody you could have taken at 9. That would have made a little bit more sense. Then the Lakers take Jet Howard at 17. I could 100% seeing this, or I could definitely see this on draft night for sure. Miami at 18. Let's see who's joining Heat culture. Anthony Black. I mean, how could you not take him? Falling to the 18th overall pick. That is a steal for Miami. Probably the point guard after they move on from Kyle Lowry. The Warriors here at 19, they can go in a bunch of different directions. They take Keontae George, somebody with super high upside out of Baylor. Taylor Hendricks, though, still on the board. Kobe Buffkin on the board. Let's see who the Rockets take here at 19. And they end up going with Jaime Jaquez, somebody with a little bit more college experience, coming out of UCLA. Going here in the top 20. A little bit of a shocker, I can't lie. But they end up with Amen Thompson and Jaime Jaquez here in the top 20. And that was... yeah, I believe pick 20 because 2K messes it up there in the bottom right. Noah Conley goes with the first Nets pick here at 21. Yeah, the Rockets pick was 20, so never mind. I was wrong here. 22, the Nets are on the board. They got one pick from the Suns in the Kevin Durant trade, and then they have their pick. So this one is Kobe Buffkin. Sorry for the names being wrong. It's just how these draft classes be. But out of Michigan. So yeah, Kobe Buffkin's kind of a steal for the Nets, and they ended up with Noah Conley there. So not the worst pick. Like, I think Conley to the Nets is interesting, but I love Kobe Buffkin going there at 22. So here we are with the Blazers, their second first round pick. They already have Scoot Henderson, and they're getting Taylor Hendricks. Okay, so in this 2K mock draft, they might have had the best possible draft ever. Scoot falls to them at 3, and then somebody that's going to go in the lottery, Taylor Hendricks, falls to them at 23. Well, that's absurd. Bryce Sensabaugh to the Kings at 24. That's kind of a steal, but he could definitely go that low on Thursday's draft. We got the Grizzlies here next up. They take Trace Jackson Davis, somebody who's definitely NBA ready, out of Indiana with the 25th pick. And then we're here with Indiana, their second first round pick. Who did they end up taking earlier? Did they take Repair? No, they got Jarris Walker. So they've already had a very nice draft so far. I'd see who they take at 27. And they get City Sissoko. Okay. So Sissoko goes ahead of Leonard Miller in this mock. Don't know how I feel about that. Hornets here with their second first round pick. They end up going with... this is Bobby Klintman, who actually withdrew from the draft. Okay, so he's still in this draft class. What a way to spell his name. But yeah, Bobby Klintman here was supposed to go in the first round, and he ended up going overseas for a year and is going to enter the draft next year. Very interesting decision from him. So we got 3 picks left here in the first round. The Jazz are on the clock once again. Then we have the Pacers with their third first round pick as well, and then the Clippers there at 30. So the Jazz ended up with Grady Dick at 16, and they also got Gregory Jackson there at 9. So let's see who they take at 28 here, and they are going to go with Brandon Podziemski out of Santa Clara. Okay, I love that pick for them at 28. It's funny, the player they took at 28 is better than the player they took at 9 in my opinion. So let's see who the Pacers go with their third first round pick here at 29, and they take Derek Lively. Okay, yeah, Derek Lively had to have been taken there. This is immense value for Lively. So they ended up with Jarris Walker and Derek Lively in this class, but then they also took City Sissoko, which isn't the worst pick in the world for, not at all actually. So let's see who the Clippers take at 30 to wrap out this 2K mock, and they take PJ Hall out of Clemson. Okay, yeah, somebody that is definitely not going to go in the first round on draft night. A little bit of a reach, maybe something like Santi Aldama from a few drafts ago. So that is how 2K's mock ended up. If we want to see who's still on the board, I believe, yeah, Colby Jones wasn't selected. Jordan Hawkins wasn't selected either. Anybody else? Amani Bates. Bilal wasn't taken in the first round. 2K, I just love you knowing what you're doing. Yeah, I can't believe Daryl Holmes just went as high as he did. But yeah, I would say like Terquavion Smith, Colby Jones, Bilal, Colbelly, and then Chris Murray could have also been a first round pick as well. Jordan Hawkins, yeah, I don't know how he wasn't a first round pick in this mock also. So yeah, that was 2K23's NBA mock draft. Let's see how accurate they would be on draft night. It would be funny if they predicted some of these. Like, imagine the Magic just fell in love with Ryan Rupert and he ends up going like at 6 or 11. It's like, oh, maybe 2K knew what they were doing. Or Cam Whitmore fell to 10, or Asor Thompson fell to 12, or Kaysen Wallace goes 13. Any fun picks here in the second round? Bilal goes to the Hornets, so we could say that they took him later there in the first. Colby Jones goes to the Thunder. Jordan Hawkins to the Magic, which could happen, but maybe at pick 11, not in the second round. Anything else? Chris Murray to the Lakers. Yeah, this could happen at 17 in the first round. not the second round. I don't know if Jordan Walsh is going to go in the first round. Probably not. And Jaquavion Smith went at the last pick of the first round, or excuse me, second round. Mr. Relevant, he could go in the first, and Julian Strother could also go in the first as well on draft night. So yeah, this was just a fun idea to react to one final mock draft. Tomorrow, I will be releasing my official 2023 mock that I'm going to follow on draft night, which you could watch me live stream the whole first round. Just make sure you subscribe to this channel, and you guys will know when I am live. Probably will go live around 7:30, 7:45 on draft night. And yeah, we're going to be streaming to basically midnight. So I hope you guys can join me on Thursday. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like if you did, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.